chaps, speeding on like an out-of-control bullet train with one of my favourite compositions of Koskov escapes from the Living Daylights, from the Bond back in action, Volume 2. Available from all good online stores nowadays. Anyway, on number 3, Sean Connery. Now I should add that the top 3 sort of all bunch up. I mean, if you look at my bottom top or top bottom classification of Bond films, you got like Living Daylights in 3rd or 4th, but that's only because it's sharing a 9/10 score with 2 other Bond films. So I might do it in a separate graphic only video. Now Connery again, I saw his films when I was little, and certain elements of Thunderball still leap out at me, and he never really did things badly. You Only Live Twice, though, he didn't seem interested. Diamonds Are Forever, he's doing it for the money, more or less. And he's the first. Everyone says the first is always best. I think Dr. No and From Russia with Love are the best of the Connery films. Goldfinger's what everyone says is a classic Bond film, but it's got the elements that have become what people think are classic. The White Tuxedo and the funny named women or allies, the slightly over the top outlandish villains and plots and all the rest of it, whereas Dr. No From Russia with Love feel grounded, so to speak. And Dr. No is basically a detective story, of course. That's what Bond did for the most part. Connery was able to could do one-liners. Nowadays some of them are a bit knackered, like He Got the Point and stuff. I mean, I personally like Goldfinger's pre-titles, where he's landed the bad guy in the bath and then dumps that fan or whatever on top of him, and shocking, positively shocking. Or Diamonds Are Forever, thanks to Tom Mankiewicz, has got some brilliant lines, or at least I got a brother, small world, and gentlemen, you caught me with more than my hands up. He's the benchmark. Still, everyone always bangs on about Connery. He is not a bad actor, but as I say, in one of the previews, he didn't really have much before Bond that you could sort of go, when this guy got cast as Bond, he's going to do a good job. Certainly Ian Fleming wasn't entirely convinced until he saw the film being made, met Connery, and then saw the film, and he lived long enough to see From Russia with Love, of course, and died sadly before Goldfinger. So yeah, he's the benchmark. He does a good job. I mean, Thunderball, when he's fleeing for his life in the street chase, and how it is certain facial expressions even at some points, like in Dr. No, when he's on the phone to our man in Jamaica, and did you send a car for me? No, I didn't think you want any advertising. And Bond puts the receiving down, and he sort of looks up at the camera. Well, no, not at the camera, but he's looking ahead at the bloke waiting for him, and there's a kind of "you're gonna get it" kind of expression, and like when he's sweating when the belly dancer at the gypsy camp in France with Love is by him. I mean, I am now, but I'm not near a bloody belly dancer. It's interesting, one of the what ifs is what if he had done On Her Majesty's Secret Service, and I don't know if it would have been as good as it was. If he went into it like he did You Only Live Twice or worse, it would have landed flat. But then, if Peter Hunt had come in, if the film was done like it was, and maybe Connery would have been inspired. And if he had Catherine Deneuve, which I believe was the original choice, or a choice, you don't know. That's the trouble. That's the trouble with what is. You can't sort of do Star Trek and go into holodeck and going, could you sort this out for us? It's there's a parallel universe somewhere where Sean Connery did HMSS and then dropped out, and then perhaps it was Paul George Lazenby who did Diamonds Are Forever and quit anyway because it was a naff film. You don't know, do you? Yeah, so I like Sean Connery in other films. That's not to say I don't like him in Bond. I mean, Dr. No from Thunderball's come up in my classification, my rankings lately, and the only tries and Goldfinger have fallen away, unfortunately. I've had a little, and yet Diamonds Are Forever is kind of a guilty pleasure film. I know it's crap, but it has its moments. It's not as bad as what some of what we got afterwards. And and it was one of my dad's favourite Bond films, so I've seen that film more times than I've actually had hot dinners. And yeah, I still watch it. One day I'll get them on Blu-ray so I can appreciate Connery in full Technicolor. Now, as we've already reached number 3, some of you chaps are probably thinking, oh my god, there's only 2 Bonds left and it's not the Bonds I like. Possibly.